The next exam for getting on the Boston Police Department will take place April 20th, but the deadline to apply is next Monday. To help candidates prepare for the test and learn about the job, an information session will be offered tomorrow night by the Mass Association of Minority Law Enforcement Officers, also known as MAMLEO. And joining us as our guests from MAMLEO are the Vice President, Sergeant Detective Jose Lozano, and also with us Lieutenant Detective Cruz, who's a board member. Thank you both very much for being with us.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. I want to start with Jose Lozano. Talk about why people get on this job and why you decided to get on this job.
Well, I think that for the most part, Chris, people decide to get on the job because they want to, contribute to their communities and help out their communities. I, for one, I think it was always a dream of mine to become a police officer and just to give back to my community. And I've been living the dream ever since. So I think that's, it's very rewarding. There's plentiful avenues that you can go into once you're in the Boston Police Department. So I really encourage people to take advantage of this upcoming exam and apply for it.
Cruz, what about what brought you to the police job?
Well, I think what Jose mentioned, you want to make a difference in the community, you want to help your community. I think also, I feel, I could be a role model to others, especially Latinos and Latinas, and anyone basically, that if a kid from Roxbury, grew up in the city, went to Boston Public Schools, could become a police officer, then basically anyone can become a police officer. It's up to the individual. But it's, as we're really into community policing and helping our community, it's more, we're not just law enforcement, out fighting crime and stuff. We're about, being involved in the community we live in, giving back to it.
Coming back to Jose Lozano, when you talk about what makes a good police officer, I mean, a lot of us, we watch the TV shows, we see the guns, we see the handcuffs, the high-speed chases, but what else is there that makes for a good police officer?
I think for the most part that you have to be a people person. You have to place yourself in the public's shoes at times and feel what they feel, what they're going through. Not everyone has a storybook tale as far as their lives. So you have to have a lot of empathy for folks out there. And I think that, we, strive to bring that to the Boston Police Department. One emphasis that we have, from our organization is that we would like to see a lot more people apply to, for the civil service exam, because the numbers of applicants, in the last couple of years has been dwindling.
Right. Talking about Cruz, what about the different kinds of jobs? Because there are some jobs that are very visible in the department, and there are others that are very important, but we don't really see much of them. Maybe they're in offices and they're at computers or something like that.
There's all kinds of different jobs that the department has, which is good. You're not just, if you come on the job, so you're going to be assigned to a district and you're going to be assigned to patrol. But after that, there's anti-gang violence unit, there's the drug unit. There's also specialized units, like you can work in a crime response unit. So there's all kinds of different opportunities to find your niche and find what you want to do. So you have different opportunities to not just go out and be a crime fighter. There's significant. We have like what they say square pegs and square holes, round pegs and round holes. So if someone comes on and becomes a member of the Boston Police Department, we'll find a job that makes you happy, or we'll try.
Jose, just the idea of having more different kinds of people on the department, because look, it's the population we have in the city right now, and I guess having people who know more about more different neighborhoods is, I think that makes things better probably.
Yeah, and and that's what the organization itself, the Boston Police Department, they strive to to create diversity within the organization. Sometimes it's not. It's not easy to do for various reasons and various restrictions. But, we definitely want a department that kind of mirrors the population at large. So, that's why we're encouraging folks, obviously, we're encouraging minorities, females to really apply for this exam and take advantage of the free informational sessions that are out there that could help them score really well on the civil service exam.
Cruz, I know people have only a matter of weeks to get ready, so what can you do as far as studying that can really pay off as far as the exam?
Well, if you obviously you have to take it very serious and very competitive. Civil service does offer, if you go and sign up, they have a study guide that's included. It's free on the website. There's also other things that are out there. I can't endorse any particular brand of study, someone who might have a study group or something, or offer courses to study for the exam. But those are some things, if you're really serious, if you want to be competitive and you want to get a good score, you're going to have to take it upon yourself to do that, to find that information and take advantage of it.
Jose Lozano, talk about these information meetings like the one happening tomorrow night. What's going to be going on exactly?
So tomorrow night at 61 Columbia Road at MAMLEO, what we have is an informational session, and it tells you how to prepare for the exam, how to gear up for the exam, different things that you can do. As Lieutenant Detective Cruz said, you know, there is a study guide that you can utilize to prepare yourself for this exam. And you know, like you said, Chris, it's down to crunch time now. So I think that right now is the time that people have to start studying for this and making sure that they do well.
And Luis Cruz, as far as what MAMLEO does for officers even before they take the test, but I guess as a continuing basis here, sort of a resource for people on the department?
Yes, we try to mentor young officers, you know, not only in recruiting, but once they're in the academy, to make sure they stay in the academy, they do good with their grades, and try to help them to find jobs within the department, and we talked about earlier, that suit them and that would, you know, be rewarding, fulfilling for them.
And Jose, what about you and Luis? You're both detectives, so I mean, this is, I mean, in one hand, it's a very skilled job, and on the other hand, this is more than just racing around in a car.
Yes, you know, and it's very rewarding. You know, I've had the opportunity and the privilege to work in different investigative functions and also in patrol, and you know, and that's one of the things that we try to emphasize to folks, that, you know, just because you start as a patrol officer, there's different avenues to move it within the police department. So you know, there's always a job for everyone. There's a function for everyone. We always try to, you know, to accommodate all folks that walk in through that door the first day of the academy. Just keep in mind that, you know, there's always that avenue to move up.
One other thing we should mention about the test itself, there is a fee, but for some cases this can be waived. Do you understand? Yeah.
Yes, there is a fee for the exam. It's a $100 fee for the exam, but it can be waived. Obviously, they have to go into the civil service, mass.gov/civil service, and it tells you exactly how you can qualify for that waiver. So I'd encourage people to take advantage of that if they, you know, if they're going through some rough situations right now, you know, if they need the help. So that you know, that is there for them.
All right, and we should mention one more time the place and the time of the meeting tomorrow night.
So tomorrow it's at 61 Columbia Road at MAMLEO, and that starts at 6 p.m. And also, I want to let people know, Chris, if you don't mind,
sure,
that, you know, to sign up for the exam itself, it has to be done by computer with the credit card. So there is different places. There's the Shelbourne Recreational Center at 2730 Washington Street in Roxbury, and they're doing it, you know, from 6 on, and that they're doing it on Mondays and Wednesday evenings. And also the Urban League of Eastern Massachusetts at 88 Warren Street, they're also they're also giving back to the community by doing it on Saturdays from 10 to 1 p.m. And there's people there that will be able to help them also to sign up for the exam.
Well, thank you both very much, Jose Lozano and Luis Cruz from MAMLEO.